Hello there, this is Cyterac, and today I'm bringing you a video of my configurable corridors. Um, you've all probably seen something like this before. It's a one-way passage. You can't go this way because the soul sand you stand in slightly lower than a normal block. You can't jump to get through, and sometimes there's nothing here. Oh, whoops, sorry, in creative mode. There's nothing here, and you can, so we have to put those there. The difference, as you might have seen, there's some pistons under there. The difference is that if we come out here, there is a switch. It doesn't have to be here, it's just for convenience, it leads down there. I'll show you underneath later. And if we flick the switch, the direction which you can travel through the corridor changes, so we can go through this way, we can't go through this way now. And if we go back, we can flip it again, so we can't go through this way, and we will be able to go through the other way. Aesthetics wise, I've just chosen this because I quite like the new sandstone stuff, you know. Show you underneath now. So what we've got under here, you see there's two shifters up here which move the sandstone and the soul sand, they switch them around, and some pistons and this, which I'll go outside to demonstrate because it's a bit cramped in here. So up here we've basically got the design from inside. The only difference is we have wires running out here instead of the series of torches. That just reverses the direction and it makes it easier to show. So what happens is you flick the lever, these two pistons change at exactly the same time. I've put a delay there for that. They've got opposite signals. The torches underneath these blocks, these are sticky pistons by the way, the torches under these blocks transmit through the block when it's out and will push one piston. Now the reason I've got these sticky pistons here, you'd think that you could just switch from the signal from one of these pistons to the other, but you can't. I did originally try that. I've got a demonstration over here. If you can see under here, there's a 3-tick delay on this side, so 1 tick on this repeater, 1 tick on this repeater, and then 1 tick on this torch, redstone ticks of course. So a 3-tick delay to send a negative signal to these two pistons, and 1 tick on that repeater, 1 tick on the bottom torch, and 1 tick on the top torch. We've got it inverted twice, so a 3-tick delay to send a positive signal to these. So they'll both be getting the signal at exactly the same time. So theoretically they should move across. They don't. This is just how pistons work. So going electronically essentially, what you require is the trailing edge from the two inverted signals from both of them has to be has to be faster than the leading edge on the signal. So that means that when you flip the switch, both of them turn off faster than they'll turn on. This means that the piston on one side can retract before the piston on the other side pushes, essentially. Now there's two ways to do this. There's this way, which uses pistons, because pistons take I think it's one redstone tick, I'm not sure, it could be one game tick, to retract, and 3 to extend fully before they can transmit power, so they'll transmit the trailing edge faster. I mean, yeah, faster. People who do work with pistons all know this already, of course. And yeah, this allows these to move. The other way would be to do it with a monostable circuit, so that you only pushed slightly and then the pistons would retract anyway, but I didn't really fancy fitting two monostable circuits underneath here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think these could be quite useful in, say, adventure maps. If you've got protection on a server, that would also be useful, as I suppose you can get rid of one of the sets of pistons underneath here. You don't have to have both of them controlled, so you can basically have it as a type of door without any door. So if you imagine the back one of these two changing blocks is always sandstone, so at the moment the door's locked, and then flick that, and if we haven't got the second set of piston in, the door would be open now. Obviously you'd need surface protection, but I think it's quite cool. I'm going to use this in my own worlds as a type of door, just like that. The other thing is, if you go underneath here, I'm pretty certain that if you fiddled about with these a little bit, you could reconfigure this so that the torch signals travelled up here instead of where they are now, and this would mean that you could put a pressure plate on top of here, which and take a signal down from that, and that pressure plate would be here, which would mean that you could create, say, I don't know exactly what you'd want it for, maybe trading booths where you could only have one person in at a time, because as soon as the person walks over, you set it so that it takes the signal and reverses the direction. So say I'm inside a room here, the directions change, so now it would be only exit and no entrance allowed, so you could use it to make rooms that only one person could enter at a time, which I think also for a multiplayer adventure map that would be a pretty neat idea, where people had to do maybe some glass in the walls and they had to coordinate with each other. I quite like the new redstone lamps. They fit in well with the sandstone, I think. I don't know. Maybe glowstone would be better. I'm using sandstone at the moment, not just because I like it, but because I don't really like anything else that goes with soul sand. I don't know. Maybe that's just personal. Anyway, yeah, I have rambled on far too long now. I showed you everything ages ago. So I shall sign out now. Have a good day, and hope to see you around. Bye.